My name is Joe Mahaffey, and I have had a colonoscopy. Just wanted to get that out of the way. Actually, I've had two, thanks to Doc. Best sleep you'll ever have. Okay. Wow. So some of you knew him as Doug. Many of you knew him as Doc. But to me, he will always be my brother, my hero. Doc was the middle child of 5 children, and so that makes me, I'm sure this will come to no surprise to most of you, the baby of the family. So growing up, Doc was my closest male sibling, and that's really when I started looking up to him. And I haven't stopped since. Mahaffeys are typically known as characters in their own unique way. It's something that we learned quite honestly from our dad. However, they say that character is what you do when no one else is looking. And I'm here to tell you that Doc had a lot of character, and it always showed. After he died last week, we posted news of his passing in several places. Steve Meacham, a fellow South Meck graduate, posted this on the South Meck alumni page, and I thought it was very poignant. He shared that as sophomores in school, Doc and his friends were avoided to prevent being thrown in the bushes. This was custom at the time at South Meck. You'll be happy to know they don't do that anymore. But it was totally unfounded, Scott says. He bumped into me at a Young Life meeting. That surprises no one. He bumped into me at a Young Life meeting one night, and he was receptive, friendly, and acted as a big brother, not the tormentor I envisioned. It was clear he had a big heart. Doc did a lot of things in high school that influenced people. His performance of Summer Lovin' from Grease in his 1979 Senior Follies with Kelly Wells gave me the courage to take up guitar, singing, and most importantly, stand in front of a large audience and do stuff like this. I could do anything because Doc did it first. My daughter Maggie found her passion for running because Doc got behind the Get Your Rear in Gear race and inspired us all to run. Maggie will always have Doc with her when she runs. One of Doc's favorite movies growing up was Smokey and the Bandit. It remained one of his favorites to the very end. Back when the movie was popular, many of you will remember that Doc had the same dark, wavy hair and that iconic mustache that Burt Reynolds sported in the movie. There's this classic scene early in the movie where the bandit outwits his first policeman, or Smokey. Once he realizes he's in the clear, Burt breaks the fourth wall and gives this big grin to the entire audience. It's in this scene, to me anyway, that Doc most resembled Burt. I bring up Smokey and the Bandit because I think it's a fitting metaphor for Doc's fight with cancer. For 6 years, colon cancer was his personal Smokey, and it was in hot pursuit. During this time, Doc would outwit cancer at every turn with treatments and surgeries, and most of all, his indomitable spirit. But he never lost his sense of humor, and he never lost his faith. Towards the end of the movie, the bandit is looking at the sheer volumes of Smokies in pursuit and contemplates packing it in and giving up. His friend, the snowman, played by Jerry Reed, gives him the courage to go on and see it through. When Doc was down, he would find encouragement from his friends and family, and he found peace with his God. Doc was a fierce and faithful man of God. He knew who he was, he knew whose he was, and he knew where he was going. He never thought, God, why me? Instead, he thought, God, use me. And with that, the Blue Ribbon Warrior was born. Doc spent the remainder of his time with cancer as an evangelist for getting screened and fighting this disease. He took the fight to Washington in the form of awareness. He took the fight to Raleigh in form of a license plate, and he took the fight to his friends, families, and strangers with the benefits of getting screened. His father on earth taught him to use his personal struggles to help other people. His Father in heaven taught him to be a blessing to others. I remember his toast at my wedding was to challenge Dale and I to put our God first, our family second, and our work third. A toast that remains a guide to us 25 years later. But one of Doc's greatest blessings is his family. To Donna, Garrett, Allie, and Justin, we love you, and we are here for you, and you will not be alone in the journey ahead. To the rest of you, I don't know about you, but I have a Doc-sized hole in my heart. But I'm a better man because he was in my life. He is my brother. He is my hero. And if you knew him, I bet you saw something heroic in him too. I love you, Doc. I'm going to miss you. Thank you.